Test. All right. Mike is working. Noble, thank you so much for helping me fix that before stream. Mike, I don't know if you're here yet, but hello. Moose, QB, how you doing? I'm doing all right, man. Brandon, what's going on, my friend? JB, Colby, Mr. Bob Dylan, how are ya? Clip, can't wait to not be 500 for one day after today. Yeah. So Phillies should be an easy win. We'll see. Thoughts on Garrett Cooper being designated for assignment while Masataka Yoshida being back with the team? Well, that is sort of the big question. The first question we are asking ourselves today. My camera's brighter than normal. What's up, Colin? That one guy, how are you? Speed Racer. You know what I need to do, chat? I need to turn this bad boy on. That might be the reason. There we go. Look at us. Figuring it out. Yes, so if you haven't heard the news yet, Masataka Yoshida has been reactivated for the Boston Red Sox. I'm not wearing a hat, no. I'm testing a theory. That when I wear hats, the Red Sox lose. 16 months from Clip. I've almost had 2 Red Sea Radio babies. Yeah, you're pretty close. 2 months away from a 2-year-old. Or no. I did my math unbelievably wrong there. 1.5-year-old. I have 100 degree fever. I'm sorry to hear that, Prodigy. Hopefully you feel better. Hey, maybe the Red Sox will win one for you. Where's my hat? I'm testing a theory. I'm testing a theory that I've established over the last couple of days, and that is that I truly believe the red seat hat is bad luck. God, these ants are going to be death of me. Love the Celtics jersey. Appreciate it. Hope you don't mind a little competitive talk. We'll give each other a little back and forth. Honestly, Shuttlesworth, I don't know what to expect from this game. Mobster type hair today? Yeah, that's usually what I go with. What up, Daniel? I was telling, who was I telling? Telling someone, this is my Tony Soprano summer. I'm going to start dressing like Tony Soprano. Finally bought some baseball cards. Got 3 former Sox players. Let's go, Brandon. That's sick. I keep getting in and out of baseball cards. Like I'll do, obviously, yeah, I've got my sort of holy grail cards up there, but in general, I don't normally rip packs like I used to. I think I've just gotten sick of losing money, but now I just buy one card that I want every once in a while. So back to the news. For those of you who don't know, Masataka Yoshida was reactivated this afternoon, and Garrett Cooper was DFA'd. I'll tell you what, this Garrett Cooper might have been my worst Red Sox take of the last couple of years. I was convinced Garrett Cooper was going to be not a perfect match, right? I talked about it before. No one was going to be able to replace Tristan Casas. I thought Garrett Cooper was going to be, I thought he was going to be a sort of a perfect fit for where the Red Sox were at. Boy, was he not. Boy, was he not. He was kind of everything the Red Sox didn't need, right? He didn't really help offensively, didn't do a ton. He was a fine first baseman. I can't remember off the top of my head a specific game where I was like, dude, you need to figure it out. But he gave you absolutely nothing at the plate. And when you have a Bobby Dahlbeck who is already giving you nothing at the plate, but Bobby Dahlbeck could play first, third, and right field, right? A little bit. You got to take him over Garrett Cooper if you're getting the same offensive production. To be honest with you, Bobby's been a little bit better than Coop since coming to the Red Sox. So I don't know. I don't have any gripes with what the Red Sox did this afternoon. I'm just happy to get Masa back into this lineup. I understand that Masa, he might not be the most prolific player in the world, but just getting league average production from your DH spot is going to be a massive step up for this offense. I also think that getting any less strikeouts than you were getting from the bottom of this order, really honestly anywhere in the order you want to look at, right? If you're getting any less strikeouts, which Masa does tend to do, right? He doesn't do a ton of it. Do I put the scoreboard up or anything? Yeah. I'll put the scoreboard up. Probably about 5 minutes. Moss hits for average, and the lineup needs it. Yeah. What up, King? What up, Dennis? Makes contact. That's all we need. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm like. You know what I mean? Like Massa's not bases loaded. Odds are Massa's not hitting a double in a gap. Odds are pretty good. If there's less than 2 outs, he's grounding in or grounding out and scoring a run. And the Red Sox haven't been able to do that in a little bit. So we'll see. Any chance the Celtics sweep? I don't think so. I mean, they were really good the first 2 games. I think going back to Dallas, the Mavs take at least one. Push it back to Boston. I don't think the series is going 7. I do think the Mavs take at least one. Although, I mean, to be honest with you, there's such a, in my opinion, and I'm not gonna jinx the Celtics because I'm infamous for jinx, but I don't even want to say it. It feels statistically unlikely that the Mavericks are gonna win 4 before the Celtics win 2. So I don't know. Night game for stream. I was thinking about doing a Celtics stream. It's obviously there's a ton of crossover because we do Red Sox stuff, but I don't want people getting the wrong idea that I'm moving into Celtics conversations, although it'd probably be a little bit more beneficial for me. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, right? Duran hitting a triple, and then it's 2 strikeouts and a pop fly over to the first baseman in foul territory, right? That's what the offense has been over the past couple of months, or the past month since really the injuries hit. I would even say the last couple of weeks. So yeah, I think Massa coming back, and again, I'm not expecting Massa to get out there and 130 OPS plus with monster power to the opposite field. You know what I mean? I'm expecting to be 100, 101, somewhere around that area. And just produce, right? Be a league average producer. The London series was so great for me at the weekend. Got to watch a full game while the sun was still out. Yeah, it was probably pretty nice. You get a chance to go or no? I don't know. Were tickets hard to get for the London series? I'd assume they'd be pretty difficult to get, right? But I'm not sure what that noise was. I don't think it was in this house. We'll see. If I get a knock on the door, something went terribly wrong. What is my goal for this homestand? I mean, 3-3 would be a miracle. What are they? They're playing what? 6? Is it 3 games against the Yankees? I thought it was 4 against the Yankees. 3 against the Phillies, 4 against the Yankees. I thought it was 1 full week. They were charging £280 for nosebleeds. That's pretty crazy. No, yeah. So it's 6 straight games. 2 and 4. Just don't get swept. Right? 2 and 4. I'm happy. You go into the Blue Jays, the Reds, the Blue Jays, the Padres. You face competition that's close to you. What's up, Jonathan? Just survive. I know it has been a while, man. How you doing? I'm paying that as a Mets fan. Yeah. I couldn't even imagine. Give me 2 and 4 over this series. Get out of here. 2 games below 500. I mean, this week right now. This week right now, genuinely. Did I just say pounds? Yeah, I was talking about the London series. So it's 280 pounds. How about 6-0? Yeah. See, this week could genuinely just totally change the trajectory of the Boston Red Sox, right? If they come in here and they get stomped, which I'm going to be honest with you, it's not unrealistic to say the Red Sox are going to be stomped. If they get stomped and they go 1-5 or 0-6, now you're talking about. Like before, it feels like maybe they sell, maybe they buy, maybe they do a little bit of both, like we've seen over the last couple of years. They lose 5 games, they lose 6 games here. I have a sneaking suspicion it's going to determine what they do at the deadline, which I don't love, but I mean, what are you going to do, right? Dead even. You know what's interesting? The Red Sox have the 11th or 12th best record in Major League Baseball right now, and they're dead even. There's teams have not been doing well so far this year. Like, there's been a few that easily stand out of the pack, but no more Cutter games. I know, dude. I don't know what I don't know what is going on with these Cutter games. I think it's just because we do once a week, but I genuinely thought, I was like, all right, do it on Tuesday. We'll get someone else. And then they pushed all their starters back a day. I mean, genuinely. How am I watching the game? Nesson. Favorite Red Sox game I've ever been to, 2021 wild card game. Probably finishing 81-81 this season. To me, it's just unbelievably frustrating that, like, if they're on pace to go 81-81 and they need to win 3 more games to sneak into a wild card spot, getting 3 more wins isn't going to break the bank for this front office, right? It's going to be maybe 1 or 2 additions. Boy, do I not have confidence in the front and realistically in ownership and allowing the front office to go out there and get the players they need to get. That's my fear. So that's why I'm leaning towards sell right now, but it's not because I don't think this team is possible to make a playoffs. It's because I don't think front office wants to invest in it at all. Did I see the reporter who got hacked? Yeah, it was hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. I love when that happens. What up, Assassin? What are my thoughts on the John Henry comments? It's sad. It's not surprising. That's the best way to put it, right? It's sad. It's not surprising. It just sort of, oh, jeez. Well, all right. Welcome into the Phillies. Oh, my God. The first pitch of the game, Cutter. The first pitch of the game, Kyle Schwarber just put 6 rows above the bullpen. Didn't even make it. Didn't even make it to a strike. And Kyle Schwarber just took him so deep. Cutter's been so awful lately, I know. I don't know. Yeah, it might be the sweeper. What did he leave up to? He left the sweeper up to Gunnar for that grand slam in his second to last outing. Oh, no way. Oh, okay. I almost just had a heart attack. He left his sweeper up in the zone to Gunnar, and then that big home run in the Atlanta series was just a cutter. He left dead down the middle. Call up Josh Winkowski? No, that's not going to be any bit of an improvement. There are more Phillies fans there than Red Sox fans. I would say 2-1. Fenway's weak. It's not so much Fenway's weak as it is like fans aren't super pumped about this team right now, and with the prices the way they are, no reason to go. I think he needs to say, whoever said it, just give me the cutter, fastball, and splitter, and then work in. You know what the problem is? I think his sweeper got overexposed. I don't think Duran makes it, Colby. There's too many good. Outfielders. I mean, Soto and Judge are easily getting one. Right? They're getting a spot. So that leaves it down to 1. And now you got to figure out. Now you got to figure out the other 2. You know what I mean? Doesn't Cora want to play Yoshida on the field? Because you got way better defenders. Rob Refsnyder, better defender. Jaron Duran's a better defender. Say Don Rafael is a much better. Like, these guys are tiers above. So I would say there are going to be 2 Red Sox at the All-Star game. It'll be Devers and Houck would be my guess. Can we move Cutter to the bullpen and replace him with who? You don't have the starting depth to do that. Wong in the All-Star game? How we losing? Very first pitch of the game got taken so deep by Kyle Schwarber. Somebody you trade for, I guess. Yeah, here's the thing. There's a small part of me. There's a small part of me that genuinely believes that the Red Sox will sell the deadline, but they'll also bring in a long-term pitching solution. 7-2 Phillies win. I can't argue with anything. We just split a series with the Chicago White Sox. You know what I mean? Like, it's tough for me to sit here and be like, nah. With Cutter pitching the way he's pitching, 15-1 against Zach Wheeler. If the Red Sox get to Zach Wheeler, I feel good about this series. You can still have a solid outing? Yeah, absolutely. Feeling a Wong Dong tonight off Zach Wheeler? I could see it. It's hard to believe after John Henry's comments. Yeah. No, yeah. It's tough to argue with anything. Yeah. But what I will say is if he wants to keep costs low, the literal only way to do that is either slowly develop pitching, which very possible that's what they decide to do, or go out and trade some of your assets from your minor league system that you don't believe are going to be a part of your team in the future and get people, right? If you're not going to pay for it, you got to trade for it or develop it. You're probably 3-4 years from developing any legitimate big pitching prospects. So you've got, if you want to sit here and do that, which, again, I'm not putting it past them right now. Do you feel like the Sox could be contenders in a few years if John Henry is not helping? If John Henry isn't helping us at all? That depends. I think that solely depends on how the pitching develops in the system. We've seen a lot of good strides this year from a lot of really interesting guys. Luis Perales, who just got elbow inflammation. We'll see where that leads. Really good. Richard Fitz, who I actually talked to recently. We'll have a video out on him soon. Has been really solid for the Woo Sox this year. Zach Penrod, someone just mentioned, was really good. So you're starting to see some of them, but thoughts on Hamilton hitting second? I actually don't hate it. He's been hot, man. Ride the hot bat. Trade for Robert Jr. That's Robert. Is it Robert or Robert? All right, so here's the thing. Zach Wheeler, Drew Thorpe. Yeah, let's trade for Drew Thorpe. Where's he on? Is he with Chicago? Trade for Alonso? That's not going to happen. What was I just talking about? I totally lost my train of thought. It is Robert. I hear people pronounce it Robert and Robert. What's up, Peter? For Andrew Bailey, I don't think this is really Andrew Bailey's fault. Can't wait to see Kyle Teal call up. Yeah, same. I can't wait. Give me a 2025, man. Because at least in 2025 we'll have someone. Trade for Bo? No. There's no reason to trade for Bo. With Marcelo hitting the way he's hitting in minor league right now, Story coming back next year. There we go, Duran. Dump him into left field. Roman Anthony's who you're most excited for. The most interesting part about Roman Anthony right now is that his statistics on paper, right? But you look at those exit velos, man. My Lord. My Lord. They're scary. Roman Anthony's could be a monster. Yeah, you got Giolito coming back next year. Hendricks, I still have faith he's coming back this year. He's been throwing a lot. No way, David Hamilton. No way, David Hamilton. Get to third, Duran. Go home? Nope. David Hamilton might be a guy. Is Mr. Money Mike Madness in here yet? I owe him a video on Jaron on David Hamilton. He might be a guy. Any other games this week? Yeah, we have our members only live stream on Thursday. You know what I also love? I love when opposing teams don't know how to play the monster. It makes everything a lot better. Now give me a little ref dump here, huh? But the big thing is we can sign the big three long term like we do. Yeah. I don't know. I would assume they try and get at least one of them. Who's the prospect I'm most excited about? Great question. Miguel Blaze is up there. He's been he to me he's my I love Miguel Blaze. Sit. Okay, bring him home. At a baby. Little Rob Ref Snyder. We're in the game, folks. Off of Zach Wheeler, too? Where's our resident Phillies fan? What was that? What up, Joseph? Any games you going to for the rest of the season? Yeah, I got a bunch coming up. Friends and family want to go to Red Sox games with me, but I don't think they realize how miserable I am. When I get to games, like if the Red Sox are losing, I'm such a miserable person. We still watch the stream on Thursday, even if you're not a member. Unfortunately, no. You got to be a member of the community here. That might be the way to go, Angel. Two nasty speed demons in the top of the lineup now. I don't know if David Hamilton's a staple in the. I don't know if he's a staple in the top of the rotation or top of the lineup, but for now, yeah. See, Rafi, that is absolutely not what we needed to do there. Who's hitting fourth? Wong? Oh, Yoshida's hitting fifth. That's right. I forgot about that. Grabbing a section, the bleachers. Not really, DJ, because I don't want to make people travel just to see me. I don't like that idea. And I also wouldn't know how many to buy. Should go to the games on July 20th and 21st. I'm going the 14th or 15th. I can't remember. Nice to see Yoshida back. Again, just don't strike out and we're good. Just stop striking out. Patriots fan as well. Yeah. I don't follow the Patriots as much, to be honest with you. How about a Celtics stream tomorrow? Nah, I can't. Trade simulator. I wouldn't say it's nowhere near accurate. It just doesn't. It shows what baseball trade simulator does is it essentially, it essentially gives you sort of a baseline, right? It gives you just the skull and bones of it. Right. And then you got to add context to it. So you could make ridiculous trades, but then you look at it and you're like, well, this team doesn't need that. And this team would never do that. So you got to figure out, you got to bring the human element in. It's a good baseline. And then you add in anything. Welcome back, Masa. We'll all meet. Yeah, we should. What's up, headphone? Any chance you take this show on the road internationally? Where would I go internationally? Meet a Robbie and Red Sea Radio duo vlog for a Red Sox game? That'd be crazy. That'd be a lot of fun. Maybe I'll talk to Robbie about it. Celtics appreciation. I had to throw it up for the finals. Visiting camps in the DR. Problem is I can't speak Spanish, so I need to bring like a translator with me the whole time. I don't know how good that content would be. Where am I from? I was born in New Hampshire. And yeah, I've been to Vermont quite a few times. Love the Larry Bird jersey. It's the only Celtics jersey I own. Actually, I got a Tatum Duke jersey, but I didn't want to throw a Duke jersey up there. Oh, that's cool, Colby. Who do I got winning finals MVP? Drew Holiday right now. Am I going to stream the Sox game 7:24? I don't know. Is that a Tuesday or a Wednesday? What Red Sox jersey is that? It's right now it's a Dom Smith jersey. I bought it as a Xander Bogaerts jersey, but it's a right now it's a Dom Smith jersey. Yeah, it's got I think it's got to be Drew Holiday right now, but there's still a lot of MVP caliber play left. Did you hear Porzingis is injured? Yeah, it sounds like he wants to play in the game, just sort of limited minutes. We'll see. I still think the Celtics are capable of winning this series without him. What happened to Porzingis? I think it's the same injury, just re-upping. To be honest with you, it's a Wednesday. Then there's probably a pretty good chance, Ethan. The only reason we're doing today is because there was a reason I didn't do Wednesday. What was the reason for not doing Wednesday? I swear I had a reason. I honestly don't remember. I have no idea. There was a reason I didn't do tomorrow. Did I do something after work? I forget. Celtics? That's why. Thank you. Yeah, I didn't want to take away from the Celtics. Thoughts on the new Twins uniform? It doesn't really look like creative. It just looks like you're copying like 90%. 90%. What up, VG? That's why. Yeah, because I didn't want to interfere with the Celtics game. I was actually thinking of doing a. I was actually thinking of doing a Celtics Red Sox stream, but I don't know if I have the capabilities of doing that. He's just made of glass and paper. I mean, he's always been that way. That's just sort of who he's always been. It was the expectation with him coming over here. He's a great player, but he's always injured. Why didn't we re-sign Schwarber? Because JD Martinez opted into his deal. It's literally the reason. Also, Rob, that we needed that right there. What, Mason? Yeah, the reason they didn't re-sign Schwarber is Abreu returning tomorrow. No, he'll be series finale. He's coming back, which is good because then we'll be Massa and Willier coming back into the lineup. You got Devers back in there. O'Neal should be back by then. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot. Why did they not re-sign him? Because JD Martinez opted into his deal. They didn't have room on the roster. Because you can't really play Schwarber on the field. He's basically a DH, right? He's quite literally the worst defender in Major League Baseball. Yeah, Garrett Cooper did get DFA'd. Again, I think saying he would be a good solution to the problem, yeah, he went. Saying he would be a good solution to the problem over at first base may have been my worst take on Red Seat Radio. Thoughts on potential reunion for JD at the deadline and be cheap and a very good bat? Might be possible. I don't know. I don't know if the Red Sox are looking, but that's another DH type. What are they going to do with Massa? Colby, is tomorrow night a must-win game for the Dallas Mavericks? I mean, every game's a must-win right now. Been at 500 for 2 weeks. That would be correct. That would be correct. Cooper looked the part, but wasn't. Yeah, exactly. Like, he looked like he was going to be. It looked like, honestly, Cooper felt like such a good solution to the Red Sox problem. They needed right-handed production. They needed a first base bat. Yeah. Who was okay defensively? Schwarber? Dude, he's like statistically the worst defender in baseball. Oh, Coop. Yeah, Coop was fine defensively. Dom Smith has been decent. Honestly, he has been kind of decent recently. I think Kevin Biggio would be a good fit. No, we don't need any more can't hit lefties. You know what I mean? Yeah, he did. Sit him down. Thank you. Yeah, we're 5-5 in our last 10 games. I believe we're 13-13 in our last 16 too. Didn't we put? No, he was not decent over there. He was relatively serviceable, but would you rather have Kyle Schwarber or Tristan Casas at first base? Isaac Paredes. I'm surprised he hasn't been picked up yet. Has it been a week since he's been DFA'd? I don't think so. Dom Smith's been horrible defensively. Dom Smith's had some bad moments, but he's also made some great plays. So I think it super limited, not limited, no. Errors I'll give you, but limited, no. His range has been really good over at first. He's made some really incredible picks and some incredible catches over at first. It's just been the errors, right? I mean, it's the problem with the whole team. Right? It's the problem with the entire team. Cedar Rafaela, really great. Oh, yeah, Harold Ramirez. No, Harold Ramirez. Sorry. When I saw Isaac Paredes, my brain just went to Harold Ramirez. That's my fault. Yeah, Schwarber's just not a good defender. But that bat, man, I would take that bat every day. I would take Kyle Schwarber's bat any day. Was the season we led? No. No, right? Because Schwarber was 21. We didn't sign Massa until going into 23. Never mind. You want Connor Joe? Why? Hasn't he been like real below mediocre with the Pirates? That's where he is now, right? Pirates. That's the one that's married to Vanessa Hudgens, right? What should we do with Story next year with him being injury prone? Um, it's a great question. I don't know. Oh, it's Cole Tucker. Why did I think it was Connor Joe? Connor Joe was with the Rockies, right? Now where is he? Had a baby Connor. Little bloop. Lots of singles against Wheeler early. He was with the Pirates? Okay, that's what I thought. I don't know what they should do with Story Prodigy. The problem is you can't trade him now, right? I think I think a lot of it's going to depend on Marcelo. How does he develop? What does he look like at the major league level? Where do you fit Marcelo in? And you also need to, if Story has a healthy first half, I wonder if they dump him next trade deadline. Here's an interesting little tidbit. Dom Smith's hitting .416 off of Zach Wheeler in 31 at bats with a home run and 5 RBIs. What up, Phil? Can Harold Ramirez play first base? Don't think so. I think he's an outfielder, corner outfielder, DH type. Wong just keeps hitting. Yeah, the dude just keeps smacking it. Yeah, Connor Joe's been solid. But what do you do with him? He's a lefty, right? So you're saying Dom's going yard tonight? That would be sick. He just missed that one. Connor Joe's a righty. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what they do at the deadline. I just, you can't really, if you're building for 25 and 26, you really should be looking at pitching. That's really what you should be looking at. I don't know. Appreciate it, Phil. I don't know where you look to get long-term help on the field unless you trade one of your guys away. Like if you trade a Abreu or Duran to get a really big defensive piece or pitching piece, then you could go out and get an outfielder. But I don't know. Jesus Sanchez. That dude, talk about injury prone. If Valdez goes yard here, Speed Racer, I'll send you a Valdez autograph card. Luzardo? Yeah, I'd love Luzardo. That's kind of that's in the back of my head what I would love to see. Like give me if you're gonna sell pieces away, fine. Give me Luzardo back and let's just call it a day. You know what I mean? I every time I look at Bryce Harper, I think, man, like I don't know. You look at all the great teams, and they've got just one big stable guy. We're not even gonna get into it, man. Was he Mr. Bob Dylan? I'd love to see him. Oh, brutal sequence there. My God. Yeah, he was out. Crochet's gonna be hella expensive. Yeah, he is. But again, at some point, you got to start moving pieces around. None of the you think about it, and it's sort of the middle prospects too. That it's like, what do you do with them? Ugh. Love a good strike him out, throw him out, huh? Favorite rostered player? What do you mean rostered player? Oh, can be injured. Willier's up there. Casas is up there. Devers is obviously up there. Excuse me. Nah, he's out. Stereotypical 80s dude. Kind of love the hair. Yeah, he's out. McGuire traded. I could see McGuire getting traded. Yeah, that was a brutal sequence for the Sox. Oh my god. Was top 10 prospects are off limit? You would say for the Sox? No, I don't think so. I think the top three are, but it drops off. The problem is your next two, right? You've got. How do I turn that off? What do I think about the Red Sox in the postseason? I think it's a long shot. Um, the problem with trading right now, right, is if you take out the big three, okay, so York, uh, Meyer, Anthony, Teal, those guys are untouchable. Okay, the next couple of guys could be really great. Yoel Cespedes, Miguel Blaze, Zanatello, Luis Paredes, right? Those are sort of your what 4 through 7, and those guys look fantastic. I'm not trading Nazan Zanatello. I'm not trading Miguel Blaze, right? So you look there and you sit there and you say, okay, what can you get for Paredes? Well, he's been injured a lot. I don't think you get anything. What do you get for Cespedes? Unless you're trading to a team that's really into really trying to rebuild. Appreciate that, AJ. Thanks a lot. Yeah, York I think could be traded. To me, York is in an interesting spot, and I think I think people have already sort of written him off as someone who's not going to make it to the big leagues with the Red Sox. I don't think that's necessarily true. I think they see appreciate that, Epic. Thank you. I think they see a lot of potential in York, and I think that's a big reason why he was promoted when he was promoted. But you sit there and you look at it and you say, okay, well, you got Vine Grissom, right? What is that going to look like? Is that someone who's longer term? You trade Nazan as soon as possible. Why? Nazan's one of the most athletic players in this entire system. Yeah, I did go to college. He's a utility guy. I mean, you can only play second base in the outfield, so I don't know so much utility unless they start utilizing him more in a utility role in AAA, which they haven't so far, unless they're just trying to get him used to AAA first and then try to move him around. I don't know. Would I trade Roman Anthony? No. At this point, no. You've made your bed with these prospects. Now is the time to sell. Not even close, Jackson. He's had a month of minor league experience. This is not the time to sell high on Nazan Zantello. What am I doing with Blaze? That's another one, right? That's another one where you look at it and you say, where is he going to fit? Where is he going to fit on the major league club? And what do you do with him? I don't know. But is Blaze Jordan, here's the problem, right? The problem is you look at these guys and you say, as Red Sox fans, you see the potential. The problem is selling them to other teams, right? None of these guys are top 100 guys. None of these guys were really, I mean, Nick York, I think at one point was top 100, but I think, see, that's a great pick from Dom Smith. Nazan has the potential, but a lot of these middle guys, Lugo, Blaze, York, I'm trying to think of some other guys that Mydroth, right? These sort of middle guys who could be impactful at the major league level. These aren't the type of players that are going to be bringing back a Luzardo or Crochet or, you know what I mean? So, like, what would be the purpose of trading them now? That's the problem. I don't know. It's a tricky situation for the Red Sox to be in. They're filled with good talent. They have three great talents in the system right now. A couple potential really great prospects in the system right now. What are you cutting loose? Obviously, you'd want to cut loose the guys who are good instead of the potential to be great. But what is that going to get you? What am I doing with Pivetta, O'Neill, Kenley, Martin, Yoshida? Pivetta, I hold on to. You're just flat out. You're going to need innings. You can attach a qualifying offer to him. O'Neill, Tyler O'Neill, what do I do with O'Neill? Here we go, Cutter. Nice pitch. What up, Mike? What do I do with O'Neill? O'Neill's on the fence for me. It depends, right? He's been injured a lot. He's had his ups and downs. I don't know what he's going to be worth, right? Just because he's on a 1-year deal doesn't mean he's going to be worth anything at the deadline. That's the problem. So if he's not going to be worth much, is it just more beneficial for you to ride out the O'Neill experience, or is it more beneficial for you to try and trade him? That's my point I'm making. I think that's what it comes down to. Not where you are in the standings, but is it more beneficial to keep him than it is to trade him? Kenley gone. Martin, I probably trade Chris Martin. Again, that's another guy that you don't really know what you're going to do with. And then Yoshida, I would hold on to at least until the offseason. I would go Rafael Devers. Oh, my God. What a play. This is the best third baseman in baseball right there, folks. Yoshida, I hold on to for now. Because, again, you don't know. To trade Yoshida is to put all of your faith in, essentially, I would say Roman Anthony, right? That's essentially what you're doing. It's a gamble. It's a tough gamble to make. I don't know if I do it. Yeah, Rafi's defense has been incredible. Yeah, the Japan culture thing's the other part of that, right? You trade him, and all of a sudden, you know, you don't look good. Am I gonna live stream for the Yanks series? I thought about it. Probably not. I'm already doing 2 live streams this week, so I want Rafi to start the All Star game. But yeah, I know. Wink should be gone. The problem with Wink is he's solid depth. What's up, Steven? Yeah, the big thing that's going to be interesting towards the end of the year is, especially with guys like, I think Mydroth is good for it too. Let me see. Yo, it's good, Harrison. So you've got Matthew Lugo, you've got Nick York, you've got, is it Chase Mydroth or Sogard? That's no, Mydroth's got another year. Then it's Sogard, isn't it? Yeah, Sogard's up for it. Actually, I could probably just do this. Isn't there a page on? I love Sox prospects. Their website could use a major facelift. Oh, Rule 5 eligibility. There we go. Oops. Okay, so this offseason, notable names that are available for the Rule 5 draft for the Red Sox. Blaze Jordan, Nico Cavadas, Nick Sogard, Christopher Troy, Noah Song, which, whatever happens, happens. Matthew Lugo, Nick York. Like, there is Hunter Dobbins, Grant Gambrell, Richard Fitz, who I would be shocked. Nathan Hickey. Like, we're talking about a massive, massive class for the Rule 5 draft for the Red Sox. We get picked apart this Rule 5, so that's a big thing here. Or they trade Kenley for one mid-level prospect, trade Kenley for a player to help us next year, even this year. Probably a prospect. You're not gonna get you aren't gonna get much for Kenley. You're not gonna get that much for Kenley. Yeah, Noah Song was once a really great pitching prospect. He just once he got contracted for the military, and that was sort of it. Was Devers training with I don't know, honestly. Yeah, Lawson. I don't think a lot of that. I don't think a lot of those guys are going to be here. Campbell, maybe. I mean, I don't know what you have against Campbell. Chase Anderson definitely won't. Heineman definitely won't. Keller definitely won't. Dom Smith definitely won't. Uwasawa, no. Massa, I don't know why Massa. Kenley definitely won't. O'Neill definitely won't. Martin definitely won't. Bobby, I don't know. Who are we looking for at the deadline, you think? I don't even know if we're going to be looking for anybody at the deadline. We might just be looking for straight prospects. Now addicted to betting. Good luck. David Hamilton just crushed that. Bobby's eternal. Yeah, Bob just might play enough seasons in Boston where they just retire his number. You know what I mean? Like they might just be like, Bob, you've been around for what, like 20 years? Yeah, what could have been with Whit, man? Thoughts on Arbor playing first base? He's been good. He's a superstar. He's one of the top 5, top 10 best players in the league. 14 spots on 40 man. Yeah, but I don't think getting rid of Massa makes a ton of sense. The rest of those guys, yeah, they probably won't be. Romy probably won't be. Campbell probably will. Chase Anderson won't be. Tyler Heineman won't be. Brad Keller will not be. Dom Smith isn't going to be making it the entire season on the roster, most likely. Uwasawa definitely won't be. Brandon Walter, I mean, there's still some use here with Walter. I wouldn't say he's not going to be on the 40 man. Massa, it's going to be tough finding a trade partner for Massa. Kenley definitely won't be. O'Neill definitely won't be. Martin definitely won't be. So, I mean, what, 12? Oh, their other arms, we've seen them for a month. I mean, the worst thing Red Sox fans do sometimes is they take a month and they say, that's who that player is, right? Vaughn Grissom's the same way. No, he's not, Steven. Right? Like, we saw a month of Zach Campbell? No, it was on Zach Campbell. Isaiah Campbell. And fans are like, yep, that's it. He's never going to get better. Well, I mean, there's some context here, right? Garrett Cooper had been around for a while. He wasn't hitting. He's an expendable player. Guys like Grissom and Campbell, we've got them under control for a long period of time. They're talented young players. I don't know. How am I gonna think a guy with a firm called Fenway Sports Group is selling? Yeah. Bobby just hasn't had that magic. Bobby hasn't had that magic in a long time. All right, Cutter. Let's see. I would love a Cutter redemption. I would agree with you, Brent. I don't know if that's going to happen. I'll do a little play-by-play for you, Proj. Here we go. It's an 0-2 count. Cutter gave up that leadoff home run, but for now he's been all right. A little bit of hard contact. Nothing too damaging so far. 0-2 pitch. Here it comes. It's a sweeper. Nope, it's a splitter. Down and in. Ball one to Bryce Harper. It does actually look pretty clean, Christian. You're right. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Cutter. Fastball above the zone. 2-2. I was thinking a lot of you guys. Bobby Dahlbeck's a fan favorite here at Red Sea Radio. Being an announcer on Nesson, I don't know if I could do that full time. Cutter's 2-2. Oh, blue. That was a cutter that definitely clipped the outside edge, but was called a ball for some unknown reason. You're now going 3-2 on one of the best hitters in Major League Baseball. I don't think so, Steven, but I appreciate the thought. And now he walks Bryce Harper on what should have been strike 3. Full-time job covering the Sox. Yeah, that's the goal. Right? That's the end goal here. Alec Boehm up to the plate. Now he's 0 for 1 against Cutter Crawford. 0-1, sweeper, high and in. Bryce Harper taking his lead over at first base. He's not known to steal many games. I appreciate that, Steve, and I enjoy watching the game with you guys, too. There's another Cutter. Cutter keeps it inside now. Alec Boehm arguing with it. Very clearly a strike. $2 super chat from Dennis. He says, let's go, Cutter. I agree. Let's go, Cutter. Can we get some likes and claps in the chat on that message, please? Thank you so much, Dennis. Appreciate you. Here's the 0-2 from Cutter Crawford. A ground ball would be real fantastic right now. Nope, he's just going to dot. And another pitch that hits the corner of the zone that the umpire just refuses to call it strike tonight. Man, he is refusing to allow Cutter Crawford to nibble on these corners, even though Cutter desperately needs it. Here's the 1-2. Swinging a foul directly back into Connor Wong's dome piece. We're staying alive. I do have a Larry Bird jersey. I appreciate that, Max. Thank you. Again, a ground ball would be absolutely fantastic. 1-2 on the way from Cutter. Fastball on the outside corner. Alec Bohm sends it backwards into the stands. A lot of Phillies fans here tonight. Alec Bohm's having a good season. My God. I mean, the whole Phillies are having a good season, but Alec Bohm, pretty good. I think they'll split in Dallas. Ooh, strike 3 on a splitter about midway through the zone. Good afternoon, good night. Math final. I did play-by-play this entire time for you, Prodigy, and you weren't even listening. Got it. Calling for a sweep? I'd love a sweep. I don't think it will be a sweep. Man, that was a good pitch, too. High and outside four-seam cheese piece. Yeah, that's crazy that Alec Bohm got mad at that. Keep doing play-by-play? All right, I'll do it for the rest of this inning, then. Here's a pitch. Swing and strike on a fastball, a little bit letter high. That'd be sick, Colby. Stop showing Garrett. I know. What could have been with Garrett Whitlock, it makes me so sad. That ball is driven deep to left field. Jaron Rand jumps, can't make the play, lands kind of awkwardly on his ankle. Don't love that. Jaron Rand appears to be all right. How did I get my York interview? I have a medium. There. Season-long media pass to interview players. So we're going to be getting a lot more Woo Sox interviews as the year goes on. I got a Garrett Richards. Jeez. A Richard Fitz. You missed me gushing over David Hamilton, Mike. We got a Richard Fitz video coming out probably this weekend. All right, Brandon, have a good one. Yeah, I can interview rehabbing big leaguers. It's just a little bit difficult because they're there to work on very specific stuff. They don't have a ton of time. Yeah, you missed it, dude. I talked, Chad, didn't I talk about David Hamilton for like 45 minutes? Am I going to be able to interview Kyle Teal? Yeah, if he gets called up. It's a little nerve-wracking, though. I'll be honest with you. Nice pitch. There's no way the Phillies are complaining about this right now, right? Cut it. This is a big out right here. Yeah, Eric. Yeah. But it's been a ton of fun. I'm so grateful for the opportunity to be able to do it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Jackson. Talk to Wink. I did not talk to Wink. I have not talked to Wink yet. If a genie gave you one wish, or Luis Guerrero. I did try to talk to Luis Guerrero, but he doesn't speak English very well, and so I need a translator. But he's on my list of people to talk to for sure. Yeah, I'd love John Henry to sell a team. It's never going to happen, though. This is a big out here, Cutter. Come on, baby. Let's go. Pump it in. I need to learn Spanish. I know. It's my goal. It's my goal this offseason to I think I'm going to hire a Spanish tutor. Interview Fitz? I did. I have a Fitz interview coming out sometime this week. Where did I go to college? University of Rhode Island. York scored. Let's go. Lugo? Yeah, Lugo's a big one. I didn't get the chance to talk to him. He had a lot going on. But I did introduce, I did talk to him. I didn't get the chance to interview him. Learning a second language is not easy. I know. I want to get to the a basics, basically, where I can just have a very minimal conversation. So at least you get something, and then I could translate it. Michael Fulmer? I don't think he's down there right now. Come on, Cutter. Come on, Cutter. This is a big pitch. He wanted it. These next 6 games are going to have me on the edge of my seat the entire time. Either that or they're just going to get blown out immediately. But until they start getting blown out, I'm going to be on the edge of my seat. Please, Emmanuel Valdez, don't mess up this throw. Oh, my God. Did I just score 2? Oh. No, you're kidding me. Oh my God. Dumb. That should be caught every single time. That's not on Valdez. The throw was a little wide. You were a first baseman. Oh my God. This is where they unravel. Scared by the runner. He absolutely should not be. You are a first baseman. That is quite literally your only job over there. Is this the guy you like at first base? Who else? Who else? There's no one else on this team. Give me Bobby D. Fine, we'll put Bobby over there. That's fine with me. Put Bobby over there. I don't care. Oh, man, that play has to... You cannot do this against these teams. This is absolutely not the type of baseball you play against these teams. Because these teams are never going to let you get away with that. They're never going to do it. You want to know why these teams... You want to know why these teams crush teams like the Red Sox? Because they take advantage of mistakes like that. Now Cutter, who was throwing really well. Has to throw, what, 20 more pitches? Right? It's not just that it affects the score. The score sucks. Now you get Cutter, who was throwing really well, who now has to go a multitude more innings than you need him to go in a season where he already has to go more innings than he had to go before. It drives me nuts watching this. It drives me nuts. This should be a 1-1 game in the bottom of the 4th. And the other thing, too, is you give this team, like a good team, like the Phillies, any extra length, they're going to take advantage of it. Now you get the single. Now it's first and third. Now there's a possibility that Cutter ends up with another earned run. That's fun, Steven. right? Like it's such a these dumb, stupid, blockheaded plays cost you everything. Everything. Dom better hit a grand slam. Dom better hit a grand slam. Look, if you're Cutter, and you're walking in this goddamn dugout right now, what do you even say? How do you look Dom Smith in the face? And like Cutter is struggling right now, right? This is Cutter is on a stretch where he has looked awful. He comes in, this is a big game against a big opponent. He gives up the big home run early. Then he comes in and he shuts him down, right? And then that dumb stuff happens. And you end up pitching 20 extra pitches. How do you come into the dugout and look at this team in the face? I'd be like, nobody talk to me. I don't care if you were part of the era. Nobody talk to me. A lot of it, to be honest with you, Assassin, a lot of the errors have to do with inexperience, right? Right. Say Don Rafaela has a few at shortstop, fine, whatever, right? You take those because he's going to most of the time make all of the routine plays. You've got errors from I don't even know. Valdez should never be your starting second baseman. That there's a bunch of errors there. Tristan Casas is probably not coming back until I would say a couple weeks into July now. If he's still not swinging, it's going to take a long time. Hamilton. I love Hamilton defensively or offensively. Great, fantastic. Hamilton should never have been, absolutely never had been on the field. Right? Never. What are the two errors? There was Dom Smith. Was there an error on the throw too? You know what, Assassin? He's never been good. He's never been good defensively. I have no idea how he won that award. Honestly, I have no clue. Right, like scouts have always said he's not an MLB shortstop. He's a solid second baseman. He's not an MLB shortstop. Yeah, Dom, I hope you were just staring at that goddamn play, feeling terrible about yourself. Oh, that's it, Assassin. Thank you. Costas was supposed to swing this week. No, he still can't hear anything. He still can't swing anything. I'll take him at second base. Shortstop is wild. Agree. Oh, that's pretty cool. Doesn't say much for the minor league fielders. 16 months. Please start with a Mike, you're right. I don't know if that's exactly a good hook. Yeah, I'm going to have to make the David Hamilton video. I've avoided it for a while, but it's going to have to happen. Also, Mike, I didn't even address that you've been here for 16 months, man. Thank you so much for being here. You and Clip. My heroes. Playing Rafaela every day at shortstop and Bobby Dahlbeck at first base. Unfortunately, in that scenario, who are you going to have at center field? Duran's been fine. Okay, great. Now who do you have? I think we'll see Rafaela. I think we see Rafaela at shortstop a bit more once Willier's back. No, he did not. No, he did not. Thank you. Like the team, you know what's interesting? The team was so much better defensively when you had Rafael at shortstop. And that play had nothing to do with Rafael at all. Like if Rafael was in that game, that play still happens. Oh, he went that time. Son of a gun. Rafi, what are we swinging at there, dude? What are we swinging at there? It's just a good shortstop is the glue for this team. It's the glue for a lot of teams. A good, solid defensive shortstop is. One second, Mike. I'll answer that in a second, but I appreciate the $5. Hold on. I can't answer that, but I should be able to answer more questions about that Thursday for our members only, Mike. But I appreciate $5. Can we get some likes on that, please? Thank you so much. Yeah. Miss Trevor Story so much. Same, Jack. Same. Yeah, it's just a solid shortstop. A solid shortstop is it really is the glue. I'm fidgety right now. I don't know why. Why do they love throwing games on easy plays? I don't know. Where'd you, Robbie? Would you any chance you could DM me that? That might be a good video. If you could send me that article. Red Sox fans thought. I don't think there was ever a Red Sox fan that thought. We're gonna be honest with you here, Joe. I don't think there's any Red Sox fan that thought. His versatility here, I haven't seen him. No, he's an ump. So I think he umpires like all night. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is why Massa being in the lineup is regardless of what his stat line looks like, that's why he's important to a lineup. 3-2, work the count all the way, takes the strike. Yeah, it's my Joe, it's my Tony Soprano summer. In case you didn't know. Can we kick Phillies fan? Nah. Yeah, that's fine, Robbie. Appreciate it. Thank you. Versatility, definitely a better pilot. Yeah. Steven, I don't see anything. What'd you make a 99-cent purchase for? Think the numbers are lining up? For what? To join the chat? I appreciate that, Steven. Thank you. Connor Juan, favorite player of all time. Oh, for the Celtics? Yeah. Yeah. Thanks a lot, Steven. Zach Wheeler's been a little wild this year. So the Red Sox can somehow, some way, stop themselves from swinging at absolute booty. It's not even homegrown to me, Robbie. I think, Yeah, Jay, a little late. To me, it's not about the homegrown mentality. It's just he's a better fit. Fatsy video. I want to see. I want to see if this trend continues when they're more healthy. No way, Prodigy. Yeah, no, they just DFA'd him. Klebe. Yeah, but it's league minimum, Dave. Or it's close to. It's like 1.2 or something. It's nothing crazy. Woo Sox losing already? I actually think the Woo Sox doing a better job tonight. Unironically. John Henry afford that? I don't know, man. It cuts into his golf budget. I'm not sure. God. They did, Luis. Mario Superstar Baseball? Yeah, I love it. Golf is a fun game? Yeah, true. PGA is profitable. The Red Sox haven't seen John Henry this excited about a venture since he bought the Red Sox. So we got the PGA to look forward to. I don't have any of the equipment for that, Colby. Am I watching golf? If John Henry's involved, I'm there. Yeah, York. I made the video of the day. I don't know if you guys haven't checked it out yet. Go check it out. I talked to Nick York about his approach at the plate up here. Oops. Talked about his approach at the plate up at AAA. It's really interesting just how simple the adjustments he's making were, and it's working out real well. Gives him a wedgie every day. He's just trolling. As long as he doesn't cross the line. Commentary, okay. Commentary worked. Month or two? I don't think it'll be a month or two. I think they make a decision on him on the 40-man by the end of the year. It's him or Lugo, in my opinion. Priority Pittsburgh. It's not even the Pittsburgh Penguins. Not even. It's not even the Pittsburgh Penguins. Pittsburgh fans probably wish it was the Pittsburgh Penguins. It's all about golf, Chad. It's all about golf. Nothing in this world matters but the PGA. Do you understand me? Yeah, Jack. It's because of the PGA, baby. Chat. You don't understand. What up, Dale? You don't understand. You simply do not understand. Saw York at the Woo Sox game last Friday. He was sick. Yeah, he's in. I'm a big Nick York guy. I'm a big supporter. 6 games under 500. It's pretty. I mean, statistically, it's pretty unrealistic that they get swept in both of those. But man, what up, Pac-Man? Golf shouldn't be considered a sport. I don't know. Golf to me is unbelievably hard. Like at the highest level, golf's really impressive. Can we get a little bit of a zone? A professional mini golf tour would be. Oh my god! No shot. Schwarber just did it again. Oh god, dude. Cutter. X Games, car racing, and horse racing. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I'm only here for X Games, car racing, and horse racing. Oh man, my phone isn't even in here, is it? Oh, it's in my pocket. I'm an idiot. I think the game's over. Oh, it's good to see you, Jay. Yeah, I don't. What's been wrong with what's been wrong with Cora? 3 runs is salvageable. Yeah, I mean the game's not over yet. It just doesn't feel good with Zach Wheeler on the mound. How was my Florida vacation? It was fun. How many times did we come back from a 3-run deficit? See, then Dom Smith does something like that. Not too many times. Not too many times. Actually, I could probably look. I'll tell you right now. If only did that an inning ago, yeah, that would have been great. Last game, yeah, last game was 1. Let me see. I think there's a way to do this. Why is being annoying? Batting splits. Behind me this time. I figured out if I watch it in 4K, I'm on, like I'm in. Game outcome for team. Bases loaded. By inning, by order positions. See, now it's going to take me a while to even look at this, and no one's going to care by the time I figure it out. Maybe clutch stats. All right. If they are within 3 runs, honestly, their offense isn't too bad. Within 3 runs, they have a 108 OPS plus. They're hitting 245 with a 315 on base percentage and a 419 slug. Good for a 733 OPS. I don't have the win-loss record here. I wonder if I could just do, instead of batting, if we do stats. Tatis from the Padres, yeah. Tatis would be a lot of fun, but There's no chance. Not a single chance in hell, if we're being honest, that the Red Sox pay any of that contract. 30-14 when not allowing an unearned run. There's a statistic for you. I didn't go to either, Pac-Man. Yeah, baby Duran. All right, hey, let's go score some runs. What up, Andrew? Ladies and gentlemen, Beyond the Monsters, Andrew Parker has joined. If you were looking for the most in-depth minor league coverage, Andrew Parker, Twitter. What is it? By Andrew Parker? Plug that Twitter, my friend. So we are pretty good when our defense isn't. Yeah, pretty much. I don't know if I could do that, Robbie. That would be if I'm at the point where I'm doing this full time. By the time that happens, you might be able to get me to do it. Playing COD. Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, it's not really a haircut. I'm just sort of not wearing a hat. My strategy coming into this game was we need to change things up, right? The last couple of games we were 6-4, and then we were 6-5, and now we're about to be dead even on the year, which makes sense with the Red Sox record. But I figured, hey, change it up a little bit. Don't wear a hat. Maybe we really change things up. You know what I mean? Didn't work. It didn't work. Tanner's pitching against the Phillies. I have hope for that one. True. Will Duran make the All-Star team this year? No. There's a lot of really good outfielders in the AL right now. I mean, automatically, right? Judge, Soto, they're getting spots on the All-Star team. Kyle Tucker, he's getting a spot on the All-Star team. No more Cutter games. Yeah, maybe that's what we need to avoid is Cutter games. But honestly, it should be 2-1 right now. It's not really Cutter's fault. It's more Dom Smith's fault. I think Wong has a chance to be back up, yeah. But he's not beating it over Adley, unfortunately. It's just the bigger name on the better team. College World Series this weekend. You know what, Robbie? I was watching a game the other night just because it was on. Yeah, I think I will. They're a ton of fun. They're a ton of fun. No chance against Philly. Just don't get swept. That's what I'm thinking. Just don't get swept. You actually bought a David Hamilton jersey? That's crazy. Oh, yeah, I forgot about Salvador Perez. Maybe that was the one I watched. No, I watched Texas A&M versus Oregon. Is it really crazy? I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. I just don't know how long David Hamilton's going to be on the team. Zach Wheeler's got some grace now, huh? A lot of people owe David Hamilton an apology. I owe David Hamilton an apology. At least offensively, I owe David Hamilton an apology. Defensively, my statement remains. This dude cannot play shortstop. But outside of that, yeah. Yeah, I owe David Hamilton an apology. That would be our starting shortstop, Joe. David Hamilton. It's the guy who doubled in the first inning. You know who I don't owe an apology to? And Manuel Valdez. 5 apologies? No, I will apologize currently for what he's doing at the plate. I refuse to apologize for his defense. And I'm curious as to how long this lasts. Yeah, Joseph, it is unbelievably frustrating. That's for sure. Yeah, I'd love to see Hamilton over at Sagan. They just don't really have the ability to put him over there right now. Yeah, that's why Boston fans can never be a manager of a baseball team, right? The entire lineup would be done. The entire lineup, our entire roster would have been DFA'd the first month of the season if a Red Sox fan was a manager. Why not say Don at shortstop? Who are you going to put in? Because you'd move Duran over to center, right? Duran's fine in center field, absolutely. But then who do you put in left and right? Willier's hurt. O'Neill's hurt. You've got Ref Snyder, and you want Bob? You want Bob in right field? Yoshida in left field? You know what I mean? Andrew, I didn't see any Tyler O'Neill updates on the injury update. Did you see any? Bob for all 9 positions, to be honest with you. Yeah, let's get it. Doubting him in spring training ahead of the season. Again, Mike, I will say I was wrong about David Hamilton's offense, but he's only halfway to being a solid player, right? He needs to be better defensively. Might be back for tomorrow's. That'd be great. It'd be great to get Yoshida, Devers, and O'Neal back in this lineup. And then get Willier in the last game. I like that a lot. All right, Steven, have a good one. Yeah, I'm real happy. Going into the Yankees series, we'll have O'Neal, Devers, Willier, and Massa back. That's to me, that's really great news. We'll see how it works out, obviously, but why was that Red Sox Yankees promo just straight Yankees highlight? What is that where Nesson is right now? They're just trying to get Yankee fans to watch the Red Sox. Oh man, that's hilarious. Like I couldn't hear it, but all I could see was just Aaron Judge dunking on the Sox. Was Giancarlo Stanton dunking on? They even had what's his face, LeMahieu. Because he has a lot of soft contact that falls for its AR. My least favorite argument in sports is when a player is doing really well, they say, "Oh, but he's not hitting the ball hard." What? Like he's getting on base. He's standing on first base. That's not imaginary. He's over there. He's doing it. He's getting on base, right? So it's hard for me to say, oh, he's a bad hitter because he's only getting on base due to soft contact. Is it sustainable? It's a little bit less sustainable, obviously, when you're making soft contact as opposed to when you're making hard contact. But if you're getting on base, it's hard to argue he's a bad hitter. You trade Vaughn Grissom for a high A starter. Why? There's because of David Hamilton. Okay. Right. That's the other part of it too, Connor. If he was really good or really hot for like 2 weeks and it was all soft contact, then it's like, yeah, why does everyone think he's a good hitter? He's done it for half a month and it's all been soft contact. But he's done it for 66 games. Luis Arise. Luis. See, now you got me messed up with the way you spelt his last name. Luis Ariz. Yeah. Luis Ariz is. Am I saying that right? No, Cutter's pitched fine. Cutter's been good. He's 2 runs through 6 innings is solid. Right? It's 2 unearned runs. Yeah, okay. So I am saying it right. God, it throws me off. Arise. Luis Arise. There's the correct spelling. Arise. Yeah. Okay. See, now I said it enough times where it sounds weird, so I'm just going to call him Luis. Luis is a special case. It's hard to be like, oh, soft contact only doesn't matter. Here's Luis Arise, right? The best hitter in baseball, or the best contact hitter in baseball. Dud and stud of the year for the Red Sox. Yeah, Phillies are very good. Yeah. Dud would probably be. I can't put Chris Martin in that category because he's dealing with off-field stuff. It would have been. Nice read, Duran. God, Dud and Stud. Stud would probably be like player who surprised me the most, or Stud. Like Houck, obviously Stud. Dud McGuire's a good one. Joelly. Joelly was really nice to me on Saturday. Dud right now is Dom Smith. He's been hitting better lately. Valdez had some decent moments though. Yeah, he's been bad overall. I don't know, man. Garrett Cooper. Absolutely. That's the dud. That's the dud. I was so convinced Cooper was going to be such a good player for the Sox. Rob's a stud. That's a good one. Yeah, Joel's a good guy. Bobby D for stud. Bobby D, the stud. Hey, defensively, he's one of the best defenders in baseball. Story's a dud. I mean, Story got injured. He's sort of not available. Yankees over Phillies over Yankees World Series. I really hope the Yankees get bounced in the first round after this monster season. It'd be sick. Yeah, I thought he'd help a lot. Grissom. You can't call him a dud. It's been less than a month, man. He said, what, 25 games? What is it? I think it's literally 25 games. If every player that was bad in their first 25 games in a Red Sox uniform was off this team, you wouldn't have a team. Jarren Duran, Ceddanne Rafaela, Wilyer, Tristan Casas, all bad. Houck, Cutter. Like, calling this guy a bust or a dud. And Robbie, you're not saying it. I know you're not. I'm just saying in general. Like, I've seen it a lot. It's 23 games. It's less than a month. Yeah, Ghost. I think it's 3-3 though. I don't think it's 4 with the Phillies. I pray to God it's not 4 with the Phillies. Yeah, I feel like sometimes I feel like I feel like a I don't want to say old man because there are old men that are good with technology, but I do. I feel like an old man sometimes trying to work the MLB app. I can't. Where's the Red Sox schedule? Got it. It is 1, 2. It's 3 games of the Phillies, 3 games of the Yankees. Hamilton 25 games this year. Yeah, but Hamilton also was like really bad. Joe, if you're gonna talk trash, man, at least come up with something more creative. Pretty sure I'm done with Dom at first base. John Henry, dud or stud? Probably a stud. Probably a dud. Yeah, Cutters looked good in this start. Cutters actually looked really good in this start. I mean, 2 home runs to Schwarber, not great, but you know, two runs in 6 innings, take it all day. Then we go to Toronto. Yeah, Toronto will be an interesting series because it'll basically be, what's going to be really interesting. There's a pretty good chance that we come out of this week in last place. Like even if we go say 2-4 or 3-3 some miraculous way, right? An old man period. Yeah, I'm starting to feel that a little bit. I mean, yeah, statistically, that's exactly what happened. Yeah, Christian. Yeah, you know what really got me though was the 9-0 Braves immediately into the 14-2 against the White Sox. I was like, oh, okay, here we go. Looking forward to that. I don't know if this team's capable of a winning streak. That's the problem, right? They're just with all the injuries and stuff. What's up, Alex? That was absolutely crushed by Duran, just directly into a glove. That's not what the Red Sox need right now. Yeah, 3 runs in 2 games. Yep. What was my original record prediction? I was positive, and I said what, 84 wins. And honestly, if I'm being honest, everyone made fun of that 84 win pace. If the Red Sox had Lucas Giolito, Trevor Story, and Tristan Casas, they're probably on pace for 84 wins. Sox spend this offseason? They're not going to spend. It wasn't the first year he's happy playing baseball. It was the first year that I forget what the conversation was. I don't think that's what he said directly, Ghost. I think that was sort of taken out of context. Because that would be impossible. Because in the article where he talked to Chris Cotillo, he said, "Oh wow, that should have been strike 3." Yeah, Henry's not going to sell the team. Yeah, I agree, Dave. When would it be? 2007. Because then you had 8 was good, 9 was good, 10 was okay, 11 was terrible, 12 was terrible, then you get 13, and then 15, 16, 17, 18. It's right here. Do I think Henry is going to win a weekend? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Not really, Ralph. It was mostly because they were healthy. Right? They were so unhealthy in May. They're still so unhealthy in June. It'd be kind of awesome if John Henry went to win a weekend. There's absolutely no. I think he was there last year. Just didn't go on stage. Maybe I don't think that's true. Werner was there. Yeah, Henry will absolutely, absolutely be on a different continent. Yeah, I remember 23. Yeah, Henry will be in Argentina. It is absolutely light work, Joe. You were getting the Red Sox at a quarter of their real strength and even at their full strength. Like, it's kind of like, Joe, right now what you're doing is you're kind of just punching a baby, right? Like, you're what, 20 wins better than we are? What are you? 12 wins better than we are? You have a healthy team outside of JT Realmuto. You have stud pitchers. Again, Joe, like, dude, you're making fun of a team where Red Sox fans have been making fun of the entire year. If you're telling me Brandon Marsh is a difference maker, okay, dude. Like, you're sitting here making fun of a team and trying to make people mad about a team that Red Sox fans have been mad at the entire season, actually going into the season. Yeah, see, I mean, keep Cutter out for the 7th. Might as well. Actually, no, don't. I mean, you got a long stretch of games coming up here. Okay, dude. Yeah, yeah, Jack. We did you dirty at the tea party? Yeah, creating the U.S. Idiots. Teal and Wong, pretty excited about the future. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. Did they promote Nico? No. I mean, Alex Spear wrote a great article a couple weeks ago that talked about um, Nico Cavada struggling against velocity and just fastballs in general. No, he's still got an over 1,000 OPS. He's just not hitting a ton of home runs anymore. Banjo. It's very funny, Joe, that you came in here and compared Red Sox fans to Yankee fans, and then immediately asked for another player's injury. Right? Like, that's the most New York thing someone could possibly do, is pray for someone else to tear an ACL. Nick York interview was good. Hey, thanks, Red Sox. I appreciate that. He seemed like he's starting to really put it together. Yeah, he seems a lot more confident, which I really loved. Start a poll, leave it in the chat's hands. Nah. I mean, the game, there's not really much to be entertained with the game right now. Yeah, all our good players went to the IL. Every single one of them. The laxatives and the Gatorade were good. All right, Mark. Thanks for stopping by, my friend. Cam Boozer. The booze man cometh, folks. See ya. I've been very anti-poll because a lot of the times the poll makes me do stuff. Banned with a Bermuda Triangle. I love my favorite part of the Red Sox getting not blown out, but the Red Sox losing in games like this where they do absolutely nothing is when they do when they have to do their sponsored segments and have to go with someone else. Appreciate that, Joe. Thanks. You know what I mean? Like they go to the Chevy strong play of the game. It's just Casas taking Casas or not Casas. Schwarber taking Cutter deep twice. Yeah, Cutter pitched really well, man. Yeah, that's very New York of you, Joe. Which actually does make sense because you're from Philadelphia. How long do you think Casas' rehab stint will be? Probably a couple of weeks, yeah. He's still not swinging, which gets me nervous. Honestly. Like, he should be swinging right now if he wants to come back. Just gave up 2. What? Oh, yeah, Dom's error. Yeah. We don't need to go back to it. Okay, you know what? How about all the Phillies players? If the Red Sox aren't in it, I don't see Costas coming back this year. No, he'll come back. No, he's not that type of player. I mean, the obviously the organization can force him. I don't think they will. I truly don't think. The other thing too is you need to make sure Costas is full go for next year. If Schwarber goes deep here, chat, I'll give away a Schwarber signed gift card. Gift card. What? Baseball card. If Kyle Schwarber goes deep here. There we go. I'm not agreeing with him, Colby. I just think it's funny because he's a very good Philly representation of a fan base. Give out a Schwarber card. If Schwarber went deep, I would have. Miguel Shuttlesworth has to be his burner, right? Yeah, it is. I meant specifically New York sports fans, Mike. All right, let's see. The Red Sox, does Casa still tan in the outfield? I don't know. Honestly, I would assume so, E. Um, I was just going to say something. I totally forgot it. Oh, all right. We're reverse jinxing it. We're going to reverse jinx this inning and see if it works, Chad. It worked. Remember, it worked. It worked last game. There's a Schwarber store. Yes, Colby, we are agreeing. Yes. Where's the Kyle Schwarber has a store? Hold on. What's it called? Mike, what's the Kyle Schwarber store called? I was going to say that, Connor. There's 100 Shuttleworths. All right, chat. What do we want to do here? Glad Masa's back. I agree. Wheeler's too bloody good. Yeah. The Schwarber store sells only Bryce Harper gear. Be ironic, wouldn't it? Zach Wheeler's a dude. Zach Wheeler's a dude I would have loved to have seen sneak through to free agency. Not that the Red Sox would have spent money on him, but man, he would be so nice in a Red Sox uniform. At least Rafi's hitting well. Just want to see a month of this team fully healthy. Yeah, that'd be fantastic. Come on, Scoops. All right, I forgot. We're reverse jinxing. We're reverse jinxing from here on out. Masataka Yoshida is going to strike out. Welcome back, Abreu watch party? I don't know. Jose Shuttlesworth. Are you just making accounts? This is crazy. Yeah, Yoshida's absolute garbage. He's going to do nothing. That's a fair ball. Tyrone Neal status. They said he should be good to go tomorrow, Eric. Oh, my God. That was so close to double. Yeah, it's incredible, man. Oh, Rafi hitting it out is ridiculous. Yep, Moss is going to strike out. He's doing absolutely nothing here. The Shuttleworth family. Yeah, Keith. It's Yeah, it is actually both a pleasant surprise and a curse. That's kind of exactly what it is. That was a great way to put it. Yeah. Man, I can't even imagine what the ratio to Red Sox to Yankee fans is going to look like. Oh, I really thought he just did that. I really thought he just put one out. I was about to lose my mind. Maybe hey, Connor Wong right here is he's gonna ground out. He's a bum. Connor Wong ain't doing nothing. Wow, I actually predicted that correctly. That's crazy. I didn't think I was gonna get that right. I got that right. We were so young, so buy for going forward. Yeah, in my opinion, I think we're gonna start to see at the deadline at least a lot of the veteran players get sold off. But I do. There's will it happen? I don't know, but there is a part of me that has to sit there and say, if you're Craig Breslow and you start to see the White Sox fire sale, the Marlins fire sale, the I'm trying to think of other teams that are gonna fire sale for sure, but especially those two teams, right? If those two teams start fire sailing and you have an opportunity to get a impact starter that's going to be with this team for a while, like that, you take perfect advantage of that because you don't know what the market's going to look like during the offseason, right? If they're getting Crochet and you can get Crochet for what you feel as though is a solid deal, and then he finished out the rest of the year, he gets better, and going into the offseason, it's not a great pitcher's market like we saw this offseason where trades became a bigger thing because it wasn't a great pitching market. Take advantage of it. If as a former player, like there's parts of this game that just that is part of the thing that you understand, and I don't know. I just think it could be a perfect time. Yeah, Luis, they're all young, man. They're all inexperienced. It all comes back to inexperience. It's not like they aren't fighting; they're just inexperienced. They're swinging at everything because they're trying to do too much because they're inexperienced. See what I mean? Trust me, it all comes back to just the inexperience of this team. And Connor, yes, I do really want that Marlins pitcher, but I just want them to make a legitimate move. They're not getting close to that luxury tax, Dave. But if they could take advantage of it, why not? The Blue Jays start selling pieces off, right? Take a look at that. I don't know. I'm trying to think of other like possible teams that would sell. The problem is so many because the league itself has been so mediocre this year. A lot of these teams are going to stay in it. There are going to be a lot of buyers at the deadline. I think we're also going to see a lot of teams buy and sell. Does he actually do crocheting? I'd probably guess no. Astros. I don't know if there's really anyone on the Astros that the Red Sox would want for long-term pieces. But even the Astros, they're what? 3 games out of a wild card spot, I think. Yeah, they're 5 games. So the Angels would be an interesting one that you could possibly take a look at. The Athletics, I don't really know if there's anyone there. Um, Even maybe the Rays a little bit. White Sox, absolutely. And again, you talk about Crochet. Rockies, it's not really anyone on the Rockies. Mets don't really have any pitching. I mean, the Nationals are 30 and 35 and are just 2 games out of a wild card spot. This is what I'm saying, right? We need to sell, but you could sell and still get pieces for the future is what I'm trying to say. Right? Like you could sell off O'Neill, Kenley, Martin, and then turn around and get a big starting pitcher with some of your prospects. A guy who can be around for a long time. Or at least long enough to make it worth it. I don't know. Nice double play. To be honest, we aren't trading for anyone of any value. No, they're not going to get much, Eric. You're right, but they might get. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like they might get something. Do I miss Dave Dombrowski? No, I miss. I miss John Henry that was willing to invest in the team. You think the Sox? You don't think the Sox and make a no? I think they can. I'm not saying they're not gonna be able to make a playoff spot. I'm just saying like I don't think the front office views them as a team that they are going to invest in at the deadline. Right? I don't miss Dave Dombrowski. I miss it's not it's not the GM's fault right now. Where the Red Sox are has nothing to do with the GM. It has everything to do with ownership. All right, we could go over the list of guys they've let go that I mean, you think about what this team would look like with Evaldi. I honestly don't know how Evaldi's doing right now. We just have to make the dance. Anything is possible. Sure. But right now they have a 13% odds chance of making the playoffs, and that's probably exactly where they're at. We need Soto. No. I mean, Soto would be fantastic, but that's not your biggest need, AR. Absolutely not. Your biggest need is you need aces. You need an ace. Tanner Houck is your ace, but you need more frontline guys. Yeah, Eric. It really is, and it's sad. It's genuinely sad. Well, sure. So would you know what I mean? So would Aaron Judge or Ronald Acuna Jr. I don't know. It's a tough. It really is. It's unbelievably frustrating to be sitting here in June. You know what I mean? Like we're talking about just and I really don't want to give up on this Red Sox team. They're young, they're when they're healthy, they're fun to watch. They really are. They were fun to watch at the beginning of the year. Hope started inch up a little bit. Right? There were I mean, think about it. You came back to Fenway, even leaving Fenway when you left 500, right? There was still a lot of people saying like they look pretty good. Should have kept Sale. No. What up? Oh, sorry, Robbie. All right, man. Have a good one. Schedule was easier. It was easier-ish, right? It wasn't. Wasn't crazy easier, but it looked a lot easier because you were playing solid defense and you were healthy. I've been hesitant to call out. No. No. E. Come on, dude. I made at least 7 or 8 videos this offseason talking about and I referred to all of their problems this entire offseason talking about it. Yeah, exactly, Jack. No, it's not above his talent level. Houck's always been this talented. It's about putting it together, and he's putting it together. Like I'll start linking videos. Uh, when in the season do you think the Sox downfall started? When Tristan Casas got hurt, right? Because they were managing without Trevor Story. Tristan Casas going down for over 60 days kind of crushed this team, I think. Devers our best infield defender right now. Honestly, it's a conversation. This team wasn't good to begin with, but like they, by every measurable statistic, they were. Right? Like it's tough to say that. More honest, I have never been dishonest on this channel, not once. Not a single time. I've never once been dishonest about my opinion of the Boston Red Sox ever on this channel. And honestly, I will fight that to my death because I pride myself in being completely honest. I don't care if you disagree with it. There's a difference between disagreeing and assuming I'm lying for some sort of personal gain. I've never once done that, and I never will do that. Rafael and Willier were kind of unknown to start the year, and they are budding stars now. Johnny Costas, new stars for us. Yeah. There was talent on this team. It's not a lie. They were a good team to start the year. They weren't the flashiest team in the world. They depended a whole lot on young talent coming to fruition, but a lot of that young talent has. Willier has. Duran has. Rafaela has. I heard that I was holding back. Oh, who the hell did you hear that from? Get out of here, Yee. I've had these press credentials for 3 days. I've had this channel for 3 years. Try again. Should we have got rid of Casas for Pablo 2 years ago? No. It's like flat out insulting. E. It really is. It's flat out insulting. I appreciate that, Luis. It's not about me being accurate, right? It's not like I don't sit here and accurate. I'm genuinely upset that you think I haven't been honest on this channel. It's absolutely goddamn ridiculous. Like genuinely. It's not funny. It's not trolling. Like I'm dead serious right now. Costas is legit. If he comes back, I genuinely regain some hope for a wild card. As insane as that sounds, it's gonna take more than Casas or Costas. It really is. It's gonna take more. Rafaela's D looks phenomenal. It is phenomenal. Not really. I don't know if it's luck. I really don't know if it's luck. I think it's just this is what this team is, right? They're an up and down team with everything. You know what I mean? If they were healthy, I think it'd be a little bit of a different story, but can't play from behind? No, they can't. They haven't really all year. No, Rafaela can be, yeah, he is. He is frustrating. That's fair. Offensively, yeah, but he's not really getting paid for his offense, right? His offense is sort of a bonus. He's Jackie Bradley Jr. I mean, yeah, you get Bob. I mean, Rafael is not a AAA player. Rafael is just not a great hitter. Yeah, Jack, but that I mean that 2013 team also got hot and stayed hot. He's JBJ except 10 mil a year. JBJ was 10 mil a year too. Rafaela and JBJ will make the same amount of money over the same time frame. They will. Look it up. Rafael's their RBI leader? Yeah, because no one else has been healthy enough. Devers has missed, 12 games. Kaz has been out forever. O'Neal only hit solo home runs, then he sucked. Jaron Duran's your leadoff hitter. Don't have an ace. The one thing we do have is an ace. Mr. Tanner Houck. See you later, Joe. Just don't want Duran to leave. You know, this is no offense to Chase Anderson. After next year, I hope we never see him again. I can't stand him being out there. Genuinely cannot stand him being out there. Who other than Houck? Worthy of an all-star appearance? Devers. Who's my least favorite player on the team? I don't really have a least favorite player. Have a good night, Joseph. Yeah, but he's going to be here this year, Steve. And it's just the white flag thing drives me nuts. Is Houck an all-star? Yeah, he absolutely should be an all-star. Will Houck start the all-star game? He's a chance. I don't know. Tariq Skubal's been nasty. Duran been better on a worse team? I'm not sure what you're talking about. I grew up saying there's always next year, but I genuinely believe next year will be so good. I hope so. I wouldn't be surprised, Christian. It'll be interesting when they do with Duran because I think they have. I mean, they have until 2028, I think, to make a decision on him. Right? I mean, obviously, he gets less expensive to other teams the longer he is, or the less he's under control. But They have some time with Durant, and I don't think Roman Anthony will be good to go, and I certainly don't think Miguel Blaise will be good to go at the beginning of next year. So you sit there and it's kind of like, do they have to make a decision on Durant now? No, but I do think between him, Abreu, and Massa, they're gonna have to make a decision on somebody. It should get a bit easier by the end of the year, Steven, because if they genuinely don't make any moves at the deadline, if they don't make any moves at the deadline, at least we'll get some prospects up here. Why do people have hope for next year? Story's healthy. Story will be healthy. Giolito will be healthy. Casas will have a healthy season, hopefully, right? The other thing is, it's just next year always looks better, especially on a losing team. Sitting here and being like, well, the next year's going to suck too, isn't the right way to go about it. You've got prospects coming up, both on the pitching side and on the pitching side and on the hitting side, right? You're going to get, hopefully next year, you're going to start to see some of the biggest prospects in the Red Sox system that they've had since what? Xander, Mookie, Devers, right? So you sit here, why are people excited for 25? Well, one, it's a brand new season. Anything can happen. You don't know what they're going to do during the offseason, right? You make the assumptions. We don't know. You're going to be, hopefully, at least starting the year healthier. And you're going to get an injection of young players onto a team that's already full of young, exciting talent. What do I think happens to Penrod in the majors? I don't know if they hold on to him that long. I would love to see Penrod make it to the show. I gotta do a video on that. Appreciate it, Cleve. Have a good one, my friend. Last year, the offseason, and this year have been tough, but clearly we are getting stronger. Yeah, I hope so. Keep Durant. I mean, Durant's cheap, but Devers, do it. Oh, that would have been sick. I like the pitchers we got for Verdugo. Yeah, Weisert's been solid. Fitz is one, a really fantastic dude. Super, like, incredibly nice guy. But two, he's been really solid at the AAA level, and you're starting to see a lot of really, really good things from him. You're starting to see a lot of really, really fun things from him. I think Fitz could be a really impressive pitcher at the big league level. Although he just had a rough outing. See what his FIP is. Fangraphs always completely tears apart. You know what I might start doing, chat? Instead of watch parties, just like prospect rank, like monthly prospect live stream rankings. What are your thoughts? I wonder who his last outing was. It clearly didn't go well. I mean, his outing before that, he had a not opposed. Yeah, could be a lot of fun. I mean, at least they'll give us a different look, right? I feel like we always end these streams just upset. 5 innings, 4 runs, 4 strikeouts. Not great. He's got to get what he's got to. I think his biggest thing is strikeouts. His strikeout to walk ratio. Watch parties are good. Always plenty to talk about. Yeah, that's true. I just always leave it unbelievably frustrated. Like, genuinely, I always just leave it so frustrated. Yeah, if you get the strikeout number up, he'd be fantastic. Don't have to hear me whine any longer. Okay, then don't watch. How you doing, Tom? Yeah, I think that actually could be a fun idea for a stream. Is like a prospect roundup stream. Talk about the hottest prospects in the system once a month. They'll do a members only. Yeah, that's true, Tom. But with a guy like Fitz, the reason I say strikeouts because he's a big fastball guy, right? So the fastball's got to be playing. He's not a really big ground ball guy either. 39% of the time ground balls. It's not bad. Like his strikeout to walk ratio is pretty good. It's I mean, it could be a bit better, but it's two strikeouts to every walk. It's not bad. He's got a 408 FIP, which is pretty good. He's getting a ton of fly balls right now. 40% fly balls, 40% ground outs, 20% line drives. I guess that's pretty solid. Hitters are getting around on him though. 50%, 50% pull. His home run percentage is pretty good. His exit velo, average exit velo, 90.6 miles an hour. Don't love that. Megan says hi. Hey, Megan. Why is Keller on the Red Sox? Dude, they needed someone who could pitch innings. They got injured. Campbell, Chris Martin wasn't feeling good. What else am I thinking of? Wink was pitching through that heel injury. Wink is better than Keller. Yeah, absolutely. But he also was injured. Mata isn't still injured. Mata is still injured. Yeah, he had a setback. Can we start a petition to get John Henry to sell the team? I think there actually was already a petition this offseason. Didn't go great. Did not go well. Oh, this will be a quick inning. Luzardo, or no, not Luzardo. Is this Luzardo? Oh my God, what's his name? Is it Luzardo? Oh my God, what's his name? Why am I blanking on this closer's name, Chad? Help me out. Alvarado. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, this is against who? Him, Hamilton, and against Duran, Hamilton, and Ref Snyder. We need Luzardo though. Yeah, that'd be fantastic. Christian Pache's on the Phillies. I didn't know that. Remember when he was like a big, highly touted prospect? Do we extend Casas, Duran? There's no reason to extend Duran. No on Casas or Abreu. Well, let's see if it's pretty weak. I mean, that's for opponents. That's what we want. Oh, well. Yeah, sorry, Blake. Let's look up Cutter just for fun. Try to find the MLB average in exit velocity. It is one too far down. 88.3, so it'd be about 2 miles over for average exit velocity, which would put him in like the 42nd percentile. So not great. Oops. Yeah, Pache wasn't Pache one of the top prospects in the entire sport? Like, wasn't he one or he was like top 5, wasn't he? Thought I remembered that. All right, just for Mike, David Hamilton gets up here. It's a home run. David Hamilton gets up here, hits a home run. I give away a David Hamilton autograph, something, baseball card, whatever. I get lost in the new age stats sometimes. Makes you wonder how they did it back then. I know, man. It's crazy to think about that. Like, we got access to these public stats pretty recently. What was it? 2016 Baseball Savant came out. Is that correct? I really wonder if teams had access. Teams had to have had access to this kind of information way before we did, right? Yeah, it's crazy to think about just like some of the prospects that I mean most of them don't pan out. It's pretty crazy though. Again, David Hamilton hits a home run here. I'm giving away Mark, we're talking about opponent. We're talking about a pitcher, and that's it. It's not great. 2 miles an hour over. It's not great. Dude, David Hamilton's might be. I think genuinely David Hamilton's our best hitter. I'm not even kidding right now. I think David Hamilton's our best hitter. Like David Hamilton just hit 100 miles an hour back up the middle. Who's a better hitter right now, E? We'd like to see us sign a group of players we could really build a that could build a real core, not just using Devers as a one guy core and not the face of the team. I'm not really sure what you're on to, Blake. I mean, a lot of cores normally are built around homegrown talent, and that's what we're doing. Bad for Red Sox fans of the game right now. Well, good thing there's not a lot of them. If you look around, it's mostly Phillies fans. There he goes. Right? he just stole second and then took third. Really bad team this year? No. Andrew, the White Sox are a really bad team. The Marlins are a really bad team. The Red Sox are just mediocre. They're actually, yeah, they're neither. They're not a good team. They're not a bad team. Yeah, I think it's hard to say that the Red Sox aren't building a core. They're just not building a core by spending a crap ton of money, which would have been great. Would have made things go by a lot faster. But you're starting to see the core built up a little bit. I mean, your core right now is Devers, Casas. It's really Devers and Casas, right? And then you got the supplemental pieces in and Bayo and Rafaela and Yoshida to some degree. Duran. I would even throw how if How continues this for the rest of the year. Houck is a core piece. Why can't the Red Sox spend money on players? They are, or they can. They don't. And they don't because their owner would rather invest in PGA. No, I hate Orioles fans. They're scared too because of their past idiocy signing Crawford and Sandoval. I mean, every team has terrible contracts. It's part of the game. It's part of the, oh my, no way, right? Are you kidding me? If Rafi had come, how is that possible? How did Rafi just do that? You know, my favorite part about the team right now is when you see opposing fans come in and be like, "Yeah, we're beating the Red Sox in their home stadium." Like, yeah, dude. Like, what else did you want? Like, I think it's so funny. Like, they're pumped. We beat the Red Sox. Like, look at those guys behind home plate. They're so hyped up. They're like, we beat the defending champs from 2018. Right? Oh man, Bale's not good, dude. Bale's had 1 year of major league experience. Hop off his back. All right, chat. Well, this game went about, honestly, it went about as good as I thought it was going to, right? I mean, you're not going to win games. You're not going to win games if you make errors like that. You're not going to win games if you score 1 run. The offense is in a deep hole right now. The pitching in this game was solid, to be honest with you. Pitching in this game is solid. AR, come on, dude. Pitching in this game was solid. Hitting was bad, but they were also facing, one of the true aces in Major League Baseball in Zach Wheeler. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's so hard. It's so hard to like come up with I was the other day when the Red Sox split the series with the Chicago White Sox, I was like, how do I make this series interesting? Because it's the same thing we've seen over and over again. And I think that's what's going to continue to be. I genuinely do. I think we're going to be sitting here with the same thing. What's the stream record? We are officially 500. We are 6-6. I don't know, man. I'm going through it, chat. I'm going through it. I'm going through it because the worst part is, and there are a lot of even other creators are just so mentally and emotionally uninvested in this team, and I can't get myself to do that because you can see the good that this team is doing. You could see the Durants, you could see the Devers, you could see the Wongs, you could see the Houks. There's so many. There's so many good pieces on this team. It's so hard for me because these are going to be guys that are going to be around for a while. It's hard for me to mentally and emotionally unclip myself from the Boston Red Sox. So, but man, we're getting close. We are. We're getting close because they're just stuck here. They're just stuck here. I will flat out ban you, dude. I'm done. The injuries have killed them. Yeah, the injuries have absolutely killed them. Absolutely killed them. Injuries are the biggest reason, yeah. I don't know. I appreciate you guys being here, though. It was 2 hours and 44 minutes, and you guys stuck around the entire time to watch this 500 team lose to a team that is better in almost every single way. Genuinely. And you guys stuck around here, talk to me about it. I couldn't appreciate it more. I mean, seriously, every week you guys show up, and it really does mean a lot to me. If you haven't already, Do I have financial ties to the Red Sox? Yeah, dumbass. I run a Red Sox YouTube channel. Oh no, you uncovered the big secret. God. Anyways, if you haven't already subbed, I swear to God, I'm not like that all the time. We talk Sox content almost every single day. We're gonna have a lot of cool interviews coming out, so look forward to those. A lot of fun times. Other than that, thank you all very much for being here. I appreciate you all. And yeah, I will see you in the